Is it just me or these YouTube streets been missing me? I took a little bit to see. I took a little bit to see. What it do? What it do, y'all? I'm the host with the motherfucking most. Chill, motherfucking Murray. You are now tuned in to Live from the Spot podcast. Shout out to everybody tuned in, not tuned in. You know how we doing, how we rock. Wood man, what's going on? Original me, what's going on? Fantamos Fanto, what's going on? Backspace, what's going on? It's so real chill. Had to get on during the day. I mean, I kind of planned to be on earlier this morning. I actually was starting to do it last night after Kanye's tweets came out, but then it was just too late. But because I didn't want to get on it at 12 o'clock and to be like, oh shit, Kanye, you see what Kanye said? I didn't want to do that. So I actually was going to do it early this morning. I actually got antsy and wanted to do it like 9, 10 o'clock this morning, and I said, it's early. It's a little too early for my audience. Let me wait till about 3, 4 o'clock. Then 12 o'clock came. What's it say? 11, 12 o'clock came. And the other news came out. And I said, oh, what have we here? I was like, what do we have here? Fury B, what's going on? He been wilding for the past couple weeks. Yeah, has been wilding for the past couple weeks. And I kind of just been letting it simmer, because I'm like, he does this all the time. Whenever he has an album coming out, he does this literally all the time. He does rage bait marketing every fucking album. Every album. And I mean, I told you before, his album is called Bully. What did you expect him to start doing? Kanye speaks from very much an artistic expression all the time. All the time. So when I heard his album was going to be titled Bully, this is not surprising to me that Kanye is like this on Twitter. I was not surprised about that, but we're going to get into it later on. Yes, we need to get into this Nipsey Hussle. We might as well say Nipsey Hussle situation, can't we? Considering this channel, right? For those that have been following this channel since day one, some of y'all even found me by that Nipsey Hussle video of did Diddy have something to do with Nipsey Hussle's killing? Did a lot of people have something to do with Nipsey Hussle? We pretty much have went down the rabbit hole of the different hands inside of the murder and assassination of Nipsey Hussle. Have we not? Oh, yes, we did. Exactly, Free B. Tato, what's going on? We said exactly that. This whole grid shit was going to. I said something is up with this. Something is up with this. And if the feds really look into what he's doing with that money, somebody going down. When we looked at the paperwork of where he was involved with that grid shit in the rolling 60s and how he was supposed to be cleaning up the neighborhood and all this other shit, and I'm like, he's been doing the exact opposite of cleaning up the neighborhood. The exact opposite of it. And then they find that remember there's actual court documents, or should say actual evidence of even the situation of the day of the video shoot that we talked about that Sam brought up. Remember? The situation at the video shoot that Sam brought up where Nipsey tried to bring Khaled to the hood and you had a problem with it. All of that shit. And see, there's the thing, right? Grid hearing that, right? Because Grid's still part of the feds. Grid hearing that, like, oh, wait, so you tried to stop someone from just shooting a video in the neighborhood because the Crips wouldn't like it? It's a little odd. Cherie Purnell, what's going on? Oh, I couldn't wait to see your name pop up, Cherie. I know the hood is on fire. I know it's on fire over there. It's on fire right now. It is the LA streets is on fire right now. I was watching the No Jumper Pod. They looking around. They thought the feds was kicking in. They got them doing it. They started looking around for cover. What? Once they saw the podcast part in the Rico, they said, "Hey, wait, what? They looking around at us? They watching us too." Yes. Been investigating 15 years. Original me, what's going on? And that's the thing that they're I see that you was up here earlier. My bad. they have been watching him for so long, and you know, yes, I'm surprised I have not heard. See, this is the quietest I've heard Whack 100 be after something happens. This is probably the quietest I have seen Whack 100. I am just itching and waiting for his some sort of, because they just did. I'm gonna play that clip in a second too. They just did the fucking show last night. What's going on? I need to start doing this in the daytime. This is what this is telling me. I usually have this amount of people in here during the nighttime. This is telling me I need to start doing this shit during the daytime. So I apologize to y'all. Maybe I should start doing this during the daytime like this. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm waiting to hear from Whack 100 out of all people right now, because Whack has been calling this for, I don't know, maybe 2 years now. He's been saying this about Big U for like at least 2 years now. That something funny was going on with Big U, and something was going to come of it. Pretty much, Whack was pretty much saying that. Tay Shanae, what's going on? Okay, so see, Tay Shanae's comment is definitely going to be doing this during the daytime. Now I have to do this during the daytime, especially since the last couple of pods I've been so tired. I've been falling asleep on the pod, and I apologize for that too. DJ Big Game, what's going on? Yeah, we're gonna start doing this during the daytime. We're gonna start doing this during the daytime more. I see it's more of a good, more feedback, more audience, more people up. Some people just getting off work. Some people still at work. Some people, at home chilling, so on and so forth. Some people in transit right now. I think it's better I do this during the daytime anyway than at nighttime, because people got families and shit. So, like I said, I'm waiting to hear from Whack. I'm waiting to hear from Whack 100 out of everybody. I started to wait until I heard from Whack before I got on, because I wanted to have his response. But like I said, I'm just playing the clip that I have of last night, where Whack actually called in to No Jumper, ironically. Whack literally called into the No Jumper show last night while they were filming. Loose Cannon was there with Brick Baby. That's another thing, too. That's another thing. Ironically, Loose Cannon and Brick Baby were at No Jumper last night. And when you see how Adam 22 is dressed, some things are going to start to, even the color he's wearing. Some things are going to say, hey, wait a minute. You're going to say, hey, wait a minute when you see Adam 22. So let me play the clip first of last night when they were doing the No Jumper show. And Whack 100 called in to Loose Cannon to address some rumors about Loose Cannon. There's a post that went up about Loose Cannon had died, and Whack called in to address it. But he also spoke about some other things. And like I said, ironically, Brick Baby was there with Loose Cannon.
Whack 100.
Yo, listen, I was asleep. People calling me. And I really don't know what's really going on. Loose up there or something, that's what it is?
Yeah, we got Loose on the Tuesday show.
So we went we went over this, Loose. Like, and I'm gonna say it again.
Let's go.
You can show me
FaceTime. FaceTime, Whack.
Like, man, I'm at the crib, bro.
Okay, let's go. Let's talk.
You know he be ass nigga.
Let's talk.
I want to know what narrative. I'm gonna say it again, right? I repeated what your wife said. If I would have known for real, if I would have watched you go to jail, I still would have told the world you ain't in jail.
No, I understand that. Okay, go ahead, Whack.
I know a nigga that I know that got a woman and a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been laying low. Who been watching, who know what, because niggas be putting addresses up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck if I'd have been right there and saw him put you in the car. I'ma still say he ain't in jail.
No, yeah, that's not the thing. So I understand your take when it came down to that, but when you read or not you, but
I never
the
read
club. Wait,
nothing,
hold on,
bro.
Wack. When the clubhouse girls called and was reading of a fake incident. I mean, not a fake incident, but an incident at 3 a.m. And the incident
Okay, Luke,
happened
let
at
me
10
ask you a
a.m.
question.
And then you come on No Jumper with Adam and read the same
Incident?
incident.
No, I didn't read no incident. What the fuck you talking about? Never read an incident.
He didn't read the incident?
I
The
never read
same
an
article?
incident. We talking about. And I told you, you know, on Clubhouse, I be in the room, out the room.
I know you
this
be in
shit.
and out.
So
But
I never read
no.
incident on nothing. Only thing I did was I repeated what your wife said. I said, listen, she never said it was her house. She said the streets blocked off. She never said he's in jail. She said, I hope he's at a...
But Wack, you said R.P. Loose Cannon when they was reading the articles. So when you say that,
no, I said there's no way that could be him because the article they read, they said is a nigga dead, shot theyself, and I said it will be R.I.P. Loose Cannon, and he not dead because Loose, remember.
What's going on, Medusa? What's going on, Medusa? Hope you're okay today. Yo, you see it, right, Fantamos? You see it, right? Like, since when do y'all see Adam dressed like this? Now, there's been a couple of times where he's looked like he's came from somewhere and shit like that. I've never seen him dressed like this. Blue suit, blue tie. Where did you just come from, Adam? Considering the situation of right now, where the fuck were you at before this interview? And why did you have to do it so late with these two niggas the day before the Rico? These two niggas specifically. Brick Baby ain't sat down, or maybe he got back up. Brick Baby is there with Loose Cannon. Yes, exactly, Original Me. It seems just like that. It seems just like that. Diddy, what's going on? That he pretty much is just doing all this shit for content and ain't nobody said nothing. I'm talking about a public DJ Vlad. Like, brother was just, I'm talking about blue suit and blue tie, the rest of them in regular wear. I'm saying to myself, this looks like the biggest setup ever alive. The night before the Rico? The night before the Rico. They just ironically in the studio.
I'm gonna remind you of something. I ducked everybody all day. I didn't go to Clubhouse till 6 p.m. That's a 6 o'clock room. You had already texted me. Remember?
No, that's the thing. They always been cool with they always been content associates. That's what I'll say. They are all content associates. Yes, pretty much low budget version of The Wire. But they are very much content associates in this. Whack 100 uses Loose. Loose uses Whack. Brick uses No Jumper. No Jumper uses Brick. They're all just content associates. They come together for the bag. They make the content for the bag. They pretend to hate each other for the bag. It's all the same.
No, you all right. You text me.
Okay, so basically you said it, and then what about when the bitch ass nigga 600 running content? You get what I'm saying? So it's like certain things.
Hold on, wait. This what I can't
Let's go.
do. This what I can't do. You running content on him. He run. I've been on him the last couple days. You notice he ain't really did shit because I've been telling him don't feed into it. But
So what they're talking about is the situation. People were saying that there was a retaliation for what Loose did with the knockout that I showed you guys, where he knocked out somebody behind No Jumper or whatever. And it was a whole setup. He had the guy come up there, this, that, and the third, and it really wasn't an interview. They was trying to get somebody and blah, 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 right? Supposedly there was a post that went up that Luce had gotten killed and there was a retaliation and somebody was just doing mad content about it, and they addressed the person doing the content about it. But like I said, listen more into what they get into.
Cuz would die around with me.
Okay, but what
60 Crips. Like we can't even go there. Why? Because this is not the same type of I am. I would get cuz out of here before summertime. Neighborhood Crip.
But here go the question. How often
do y'all realize how quiet Adam is? Not even saying, hey, don't say that on the air. Don't say allegedly. Don't say this. Don't say that. Notice how he's putting the phone up to the microphone and just saying, all right, you would think he's just trying to let Whack 100 say his piece clearly on the microphone. No. As Fantalmo's pointing out, the low-budget version of The Wire here. Because what he is doing literally right now is allowing Loose Cannon to further incriminate himself.
I'll be in front of 600.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not negating this situation. That we around 600 maybe once every 6 months, right?
Yo,
but
Adam, can you stop Brick Baby from doing what he gonna do on his fucking phone?
No, he's his own man.
I can't stop this from responding or doing what you know.
But you should tell 600 if he play with Loose Cannon, cuz gonna die.
Okay, well let me ask you a question. After all you done did, right?
Again, didn't stop him to say allegedly, none of that. It didn't stop him to say nothing. Nothing. 314, what's going on? Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning of the video. A lot of y'all, I felt obligated to do this one today because a lot of y'all actually found me through what happened. Mahdi, what's going on? A lot of y'all actually found me through the whole Diddy and Nipsey Hussle thing. So this one I felt very obligated to do.
This morning, you asked me to get the nigga on the phone, right?
Yep.
Did I get him on the phone?
Yeah, you Whack. The question is not me. What's the name? My problem is when the content was ran, right? You could have easily debunked it, but everybody looked at you and basically said, "Hey, Whack don't believe it."
This is what we gonna do. This is even. We got a few big deals, right?
Yep.
I will zero out my end. Lot of money. Couple million, right?
Yep.
If you can fucking show me where the fuck I ran content on you, bro.
Look who just sat down. Brick Baby.
Saying that.
Okay, so listen.
Show me.
Listen, we're gonna take care of those deals, right? But let's do it on the Adam and Wax show, and we play the content. And let the people judge. And wait, we let the people judge because if you write if you write on Dead Homies, I get it on here and I apologize. But if the comments say that I'm right,
hold on. And I think Brick, Lush, and Adam would agree. If Whack 100 would have ran content on Loose Cannon, that would have been viral.
It was viral.
But what type of? This is what I'm saying. Content. Like, that's a gray area when you speaking. Like, run content in what form? Because, like, running content, like, I look, hold on, let me finish. Because when I see what you did, from what I'm hearing, it's like you hosted a room and everybody gave their opinion.
No, he don't host
room.
Well,
however it go, you was in a room and was stating their opinion.
I'm gonna blame him. And Luke, I told you this. Now let me ask y'all. Anything going on with Loose Cannon, and they can't get to Loose Cannon.
They get to you.
Put up on Loose Cannon. Who the fuck they coming at with it?
But exactly. But Whack. So instead of you, but you still ran. Oh yeah, that's another thing. When you heard the Spanish people talking, right? You was like, are they in Mexico? And that's what people ran with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you don't even understand how strong.
The video. Look, first of all, they're playing some. I'm making sure they playing the right. I got 1,000 clips in that fucking back chat they got, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hear Spanish. All I hear is Spanish. So I'm making sure, I'm like, what the fuck y'all playing? I hear a bunch of Spanish. I said it 3-4 times.
Hola.
I was serious as a mother. I'm making sure they playing the right shit.
Hey, well, I got a question before we do that. Lush,
Yeah,
you
I
white,
really
right?
Yeah.
How you in the
keep
Mexican
saying-
game?
It was crazy.
That's
Luke,
lit.
Like,
Luke,
yeah,
Jimmy,
no.
put it back.
Your first claim was, I let a in my room disrespect your wife, right?
Yep,
And
you right.
Can you be a man enough?
Yeah,
to
no.
say,
But I apologize to you about that.
but you didn't tell the world.
Yes, I did.
That didn't happen.
Listen, yes, I did. You have to understand this, right? Wack. When you ran the content, right? I'm thinking to myself
First
like,
of all, I didn't run. I came in
okay,
the
they came
room
in.
at 6 o'clock in the evening. These niggas been waiting to catch me all day. I've been dodging my phone all day. The only motherfucker I talked to was 600 and Brick.
For sure.
I talked to Brick at 2:30.
Yeah.
We talked about you for about
2 minutes.
The rest was some other shit.
Okay. Since we on, wait. Since we on here and you said that, right? Didn't Brick was confessing his love and everything that he was doing. So you talking about you right? You been telling the truth because this nigga just swear up and down I was lying.
No, I did not. I said you said some shit about blackmail, cuz. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do.
That don't got nothing to do with the internet, but I said that I entertained that conversation because that was talking. Hold on. Let me. This is me talking for you. I don't want to, cause you on the phone, and then you say your piece. But I said that the only reason I entertained the phone call for so long because you was talking about some that I've never told nobody, and the shit.
Yeah, no,
you
I
get
know.
what I'm saying?
But that's the conversation
and the shit
we
that
just brought
registered,
up.
like, damn, somebody talking to that. You get what I'm saying? And we was talking, right?
So Luke, what
Hey,
he's
who got some
talking
water?
about in so many words is the boy I went and collected the debt for my people from OVG. That dude. The dude.
Yeah, I know. That's I know.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the real shit, right?
Yep.
Let's get back to the real shit. Now let me ask you a question. And I want you to keep it real. I told you sometime back, I said, listen, homie, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do so you could take this shit and run with it the way you do, right?
Yeah.
I told you in your fucking face, right? When I held your child, when you asked me to be the godfather, what did I tell you I would never do? And I don't give a fuck what you do, what I tell you in your face. I said I'll never play this internet shit with you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck where it goes. So if you do it, you're going to be talking to yourself.
Okay, so listen,
right?
Wack, we can literally...
It's me. I ain't talking about 600.
No, 600. That's why I keep it with Powerpuff Girl. Like, he's a...
You niggas ain't never like each other. I was the glue with that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like... You really don't... But you really...
You dealt with him because I told you to deal with him.
A fact.
He was the same way, right? Cool. But you know what I told you. I said, hey, bro, I ain't gonna never play or be playing no internet games with you. If it go bad, you're gonna be talking to yourself. Did I not tell you that?
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying.
It seems like Wack's been trying to be squashing it.
Okay.
That's the key thing that I don't think anybody has ever paid attention to. Wack is never going to jail. Wack will never go down for this. Wack is not a part of the indictment. They don't have anything to get Wack on. They don't have anything to get Wack on. You know why? Because Wack is an informant himself. That's always been the talk. Is that Wack himself is an informant. And we're not talking about someone that just snitches on everybody. We're talking about someone that is attached to certain cases of people. There's a little difference. A la Big U. You think he's just been saying all this shit randomly about Big U for nothing? He's been talking about Big U. He's been saying that something was going to happen to Big U. He's been saying that. Thank you. And people still tell him shit. Like, Wack has literally said that, yo, I got the tape of this, I got the tape of that, I got the tape of this, I got the tape of that. Nigga, how are you getting all this? How are you all of a sudden the vault of all information? Unless you are an informant. That's the part nobody pays attention to. Exact. These get played in court. These get played in court. You saw what they did with YSL. They ain't playing no games with niggas. They're not playing no games with this social media shit. They just aren't. Trying to see where that comment was at earlier because it was very on point. Did it get deleted? Oh yeah, the street should have never been on the mic in social media. Wack definitely is a snake. Wack is definitely a snake, and I wish more people would pay attention to that.
Asking again,
What it seemed like.
what the fuck are you saying? I did, bro.
When the Clubhouse people was running the content, you didn't shut it down. Listen, we can get on here, and I told Lush and I told Brick when they was trying to chastise and ask questions, I battled the whole situation, right? I go to war for you.
Let me move it up just a
When
little
shit go
bit.
on with Blueface, when it go on with Ray
Actually, no,
J,
leave it right here.
go on with Game, when it goes on with me, Wack caught in the hotel room naked. I let the room play what's on the internet, bro. All they played was your clip. Now, Brick Baby, no. If I want to take my room on Clubhouse and fuck over a nigga, Brick, can I do it?
Yeah.
I did none of that. All they played was your wife's voice.
And a thing talking about I died at 3 a.m. in a trailer.
No, I never. No. When they read the, I said that can't be him because it'll be R.I.P. fucking Luce, and Luce ain't dead. You text me the same day, Luce. You forgot? I know you ain't dead.
But listen,
Okay, now I can move it up just a little bit. Yes, definitely. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I've been watching a lot of I've been trying to catch up. We're gonna check out some Gene Deal ones, but I've been trying to catch up with all the dialogue because he's been on fire. He's been on fire. I have to catch up to the Suge ones, but it's intriguing to see Freaky Zeke on there. Not to get off topic, but I'm very interested to see what Freaky Zeke has to say about this whole Jim Jones Cameron thing. But anyway, I wanted to move it up just a little bit further, real quick, so you can see, or should I say hear, something.
Oh,
The dad put out a TikTok alleging toward this shit. You know what I mean?
Let me read it back just a little bit. Here we go.
It's on. It definitely was on the internet.
No, it was just saying a kid was found in a field. It's no article that's saying the DNA.
This is what you need to do. You need to go hit the internet, and you will find the links. You can see the links from when 600 started talking about it.
But if the dad, it's not like the police put it out. The dad put out a TikTok alleging, right?
There you go.
The dad put out a TikTok alleging toward this shit. You know what I mean?
The daddy and the mama went crazy.
Yeah, they was putting out stuff alleging crazy stuff.
But you still
that's
don't.
not cool to talk about afterwards. And I heard your point of view. Hey, I heard your point of view though. I heard your point of view about a heads up. But that dude, you looking at it as a heads up. That dude is looking at it as, ha, you finna go to jail, nigga. I hope they go to jail.
Hey, yo, I'm
600.
gonna be real. I'm gonna be real, right? And Luce know more than what he's saying.
No, but listen, I know you.
This is the murder that they're talking about. Let me run it back just a little bit. Just a little bit. This is the murder that's actually in the indictment that they're talking about. They're not talking about anymore about loose cannon being found, R.I.P., all this other shit. Now they're talking about the murder that's in the indictment.
Okay, Wack, but let's agree because we live right now, right? You know, you talked. I had a separate talk with 600. You had a separate talk with 600. we both talked to 600 and we told him to stop doing that. You get what I'm saying? And he said,
what we referring to now?
we referring to, you know, the putting on a case on open case on somebody.
Okay, now let's talk.
You hear that? Did you hear that? Luke shouldn't have even brought this part up. Because as it was just said in the chat, YouTube is the greatest DA in the country. You think they don't got social media police listening and watching and no jumper by now? I don't know what made Luce bring this up, but nigga, 12 hours later.
Talk about that.
Yep.
You know, now first of all, you know when it come to dude, you know what his mentality is. Fuck dude. You know why? Because when dude called 600 to police because he was able to get a legal gun, nobody said nothing to other dude, right? Let's keep it real, right? So if it's on the internet, if it go on the internet right now that a fly landing on his food, 600 gonna talk about it. I can't stop a nigga from talking about what's on the internet. He hates dude.
But that article is not on the internet about the DNA.
It's on. It definitely was on the internet.
No, it was just saying a kid was found in a field. There's no article that's saying the DNA.
This is what you need to do. You need to go hit the internet, and you will find the links. You can see the links from when 600 started talking about it.
But if the dad, it's not like the police put it out. The dad put out a TikTok alleged, right?
There you go.
The dad put out a TikTok alleged toward this shit. You know what I mean?
The daddy and the mama went crazy.
Yeah, they was putting out stuff alleged crazy stuff.
But you still
that's
don't.
Not cool to talk about afterwards. And I heard your point of view. Hey, I heard your point of view though. I heard your point of view about a heads up. But that dude, you looking at it as a heads up. That dude is looking at it as, ha, you finna go to jail, nigga. I hope they go to jail.
Hey, yo,
600.
I'm gonna be real, right? And Luce know more than what he's saying.
No, but listen, I know you hit the other side.
Let me ask you something.
I know you hit the other side.
If I went to work on him, it'd be a whole lot worse, and you know it.
Reynard, what's going on? Tamiko show, what's going on? I ain't seen in a long time in here. Reynard, you hit the nail on the noggin. You hit the nail on the noggin. The same dude doing content on all of them is the same person that more than likely is the informant here that snitched.
You said who?
You know it.
What?
You know if I would have went to work on it, because I got
I know, but
different sources.
Yeah, right? but at the end of the day, is we had a conversation and you agreed to stay out of it, and then you warned that other side. 600 is not.
You watch me.
Yeah, but 600 is not warning no other side. He's telling.
Yeah, no, he's not telling. How we telling?
That's telling, bro. That's telling.
Right. Hold on. Let's define telling.
That's persuasive. That's.
No, it's not. Hold on.
Because if the people didn't know, you woke the people up.
Now, Luke Cannon, you tell me if I'm wrong about this pecking order that me and you know, right?
Yep.
The investigators contact the family. It's a mother and a daughter who've been contacting us, Luke, for how long? A year?
Yeah.
A year we've been knowing?
Yeah.
Right? Contact the family. The family will call us and tell us shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they already doing what they doing. Right? Because it'd be one thing if 600 is getting it from the investigator. He's getting it from the mother and the sister.
But it's public. It's not public knowledge. Even if the mother say something.
She said, "Don't say nothing." But they supposed to go pick somebody up. Hey man, don't say nothing.
Y'all want a nigga who have no regard or respect to show a nigga some regard and respect, and that's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Nah, that's police shit though.
No, it ain't no police.
It is though. Like you don't feel.
No, it ain't, Brick. That's the part you forgetting, bruh. That's the part you are forgetting. You in a different space now, Brick. You supposed to be in a different space of you are a content creator yourself, Brick. Whether you knew it or not, you were in that light and in that space. So if someone else is doing the same exact shit, you cannot call it police anymore. Furthermore, I want to show y'all who 600 is. And y'all tell me if this nigga don't look like he wear a badge most of the time. Let me show y'all what 600 looks like. You see the one on the far left with the braids? That's 600. Every time I see him, I say police. Every time I have seen him. Every time I see this light skinned nigga, I say police. There's just no way. There's too many people, and you heard him just say it too. They even brought up the situation of where, wait, how is a known convicted felon able to get a licensed gun registered? How the fuck does that happen? Raynor just pointed it out. Like, even still, right? Even still, if that's even how you got it, right? Bruh. You can't even be around that. First of all, even if you are in security, you ain't even supposed to be around that type of shit. You ain't supposed to be around that type of shit. With a badge on. I haven't even seen that yet. He's on live with a whole badge on. Like, he looks undercover. How the fuck nobody peeped that? he looks like a damn fed. Even if you grew up in the neighborhood and knew some people, that's what all the undercover niggas are. There's someone that grew up in the neighborhood, so it's easier for him to get in. But this nigga look like the feds for real. I'm talking about it would have been at least 4 to 5 guns to his head in a warehouse somewhere. You being stripped down, and we gonna figure out where this wire at right now. We gonna figure this bitch out right now. Strip. Where is it? Cause ain't no way. You telling me this nigga infiltrated? You tell this nigga on the left here, in the braid. You mean to tell me this fool infiltrated? And then look at the picture that's even being taken right here. Whose arms are around who? You see everybody grouped up in the picture, arms around each other, hands on the back of that. Where's his hands at? And that's not to say he wasn't going with the gesture or trying to be, funny acting like that. But just look how he's posing and standing. You might as well put a captain hat on him. You might as well put a lieutenant cap on him. There's just no way. There's no way he slipped past enemy lines. That is still bothering me. Like, he is who you signed for $1 million? This gentleman here? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Them braids look uncomfortable in his head. Look like he bought the motherfuckers. It's giving Drake. It's giving Drake's extensions when I saw them braids. Cause then I see the other pictures of you with short ass hair, don't even have no type of hang time on your shit, and all of a sudden you got cornrows. Huh? No. Not buying it. Not buying the costume. Not buying the costume. So let's read this. Let's also take a look at this. Let me remove that. And that. And pull up this. So, longtime Rolling 60s Crips leader and show business entrepreneur charged in federal complaint alleging racketeering crimes. 18 other Rolling 60s members, associates in total charged federally. 18 people. I think some were also in jail already. And they just brought them up on the new charges today. So a longtime leader of the South Los Angeles-based Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips street gang, who also is an entertainment entrepreneur and a self-proclaimed community activist, has been charged in a federal complaint alleging he ran a criminal enterprise that committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of an aspiring rap musician. Oh, I wonder who that could be. I wonder who that could be. Now, Nipsey died when? Nipsey died when? So when I talk about Nipsey in that 2021 rap musician murder, let me see. Rapper, I think they're talking about Drakeo the Ruler, possibly. Rapper, let me see. When did Drakeo die? Drakeo the Ruler death. When did that happen? Yeah, see? I believe they're talking about this gentleman. Because I think Drakeo the Ruler was signed to him. To Big U. Oh, he was not signed to Big U. Okay, so they're not talking about him. Who was signed to Big U then? Let's see. Big U signed rapper. No, Big U. And they're put in there as RW. So whose initials are RW? Because they're not talking about Nipsey. Because Nipsey died back in 2017. So whose initials were RW? Rayshawn? Yeah, so when they were talking about it in the No Jumper interview just now, they didn't mention the actual name. So I was trying to figure out who they actually were talking about. Was it Rayshawn Williams? Oh, shit, that's crazy that came up. Second man charged in killing of West Philly rapper. Let me see. Rayshawn Williams. Let me see something. Rayshawn Williams, Big U. Let me see. Football player, Big U. Shit, kid. Let me see. Okay, so it's Rayshawn Williams. Okay, so Rayshawn Williams. Huh? Let me see what this is right here. What does it say? What is this?
It just made.
Oh, let me refresh it real quick.
Tripping that it took 3 years. 4 years. To run DNA. It just made. So what? They was contacting Big U to come give up DNA and he wouldn't do it? Well, what had happened was when they was doing the investigation and they wanted to take down DNA, he wouldn't give them his DNA. So they had to serve him a search warrant to get his DNA. and told my mom. Okay, well, let me understand something, right? This been a couple years. What year did your brother killed? My brother was killed in 22. So it took them 3 years to do fucking DNA?
That is crazy. Okay, so this is Whack 100. Whack 100 sounds like talking to the girlfriend of Rayshawn. I'm not too sure. But basically, as you could hear them asking, okay, why did it take so long to get Big U's DNA in the situation if they had something, if they already had some type of insinuation that he had something to do with the murder? And it's ironically, as a comment here saying Whack 100 and 600 Lovejoy are undercover informants. Now, this is, like I said, I don't necessarily know where that comment came from, but like I said, this is something that people have always been saying. Okay, so, wait. Oh, so this is 600's page. Ironically.
You tell me you can't be in the streets no more, gang. They told you they've been watching you since March. It's ugly. Then you tell me stay away from Big U. They got a RICO on Big U. See, why Big U is thinking that, you his boy, let him know that you came and told us everything. I had no idea about no RICO. How the fuck I know about a RICO? You told me. Because the feds ran your house and the feds picked him up, ran his house. You told me y'all got the same lawyer. Your lawyer told you everything about his case. Okay? You told me to stay away from Big U. They're trying to give him life for a Big U RICO. You know what you told me? But you ain't got nothing to worry about, 6. It ain't a 6-0 RICO. It's a Big U RICO. They're trying to give him life. It's ugly for Cuz. They want Cuz in jail. So you said your lawyer told you everything about his case. Y'all got the same lawyer. You told me to stay away from dude. His lawyer say he's gonna try and take down everybody he can. So he can probably get 20 years, not life. That's what you told me. All this 50-page indictment, all this is from you. I don't know nothing about none of that. I'm not even in due circle. After I pull up with you. You tell me.
Now, he's talking about Whack telling him that. He's saying that Whack told him to stay away, this, that, and the third. Let's look at some more of these real quick.
Man, my normal usually workout place I'm at every day. Y'all welcome to come work out with me. But free them boys though, man, you feel me? Keep the ones who telling. A lot of them not gonna sit there and stay there and see for 20 years. But free the ones who don't tell. And it's a lot of rapping going on, man. We already know who told, you feel me? But we gonna sit on that like we knew everything else. We ain't doing no lying, you feel me? All facts. See y'all soon.
I'm talking about just look like police.
And your little buster ass told too, nigga. I'm waiting on the paperwork, nigga. Your little bitch ass trying to act like you hard, nigga. You made statements you told on Big U, you bitch ass nigga. I know who you are. I know all 4 of you niggas who told, nigga. I ain't gonna speak on it, nigga, till I get the action. And your little buster ass told too, nigga. I'm waiting on the paperwork, nigga. Your little bitch ass trying to act like.
So you wait. There's a comment that says, so you waited until feds pulled up to finally pull up on Big U. All right, so hold on. You see this? What's this one here? Is this the picture of Brick? Free Brick, baby. He innocent. All right, so let's just look at this real quick. Let's also finish reading this, since we know who they're talking about now. The Rayshawn Williams gentleman that was gunned down in Las Vegas. Eugene Henley Jr., 58, a.k.a. Big U, of the Hyde Park neighborhood of South Los Angeles. Let me just make sure I got this pulled up so I can at least see the chat. Let me make sure I can see that at least. Yes, Radon. He did say that as well. I was gonna pull that clip up as well. Of when Luce said that Nipsey was the day Nipsey got killed. You had called Luce prior to, as if he knew that he was about to be killed, but Nipsey hadn't yet died. It was almost like the 9/11 thing where they were like, this building behind us just blew up and exploded. Look, that building right there that's still fucking standing in the news clip. Oh, wait, it hasn't fallen yet. Oh, there it goes. It was one of those type of moments. Luce gets the call that Nip's dead. He's like, wait, I just spoke to Nip. He's not dead. This, that, and the third. Big U knew that Nip was going to die prior to. So, see, now, see, it's crazy. Original Me says that about the son playing sports because I remember bringing that up and I was like, "There's something with this." Because remember when I said Jay? I think, yeah, because there was something to do with Big U was trying to do some type of partnership with Jay because Jay had Jay-Z. Jay-Z had to deal with NFL. I remember looking up something along those lines, and he was trying to get like a scholarship for his son, something like that, through the grid. I remember something along those lines, and I said something is going to bite him in the ass here because he's doing too much. He has too much power, and he's flexing it a little too loudly, saying that he can get his son a scholarship to the NFL. That right there was like, okay, you are getting a little bit too big for your bridges. A little bit too big. They've been watching him since 2010, so they definitely have some type of. I feel like besides the Rayshawn Williams thing, I feel like Nip is gonna come across it. I feel like Nipsey's murder is gonna come across this case somehow. The accent even sound fake? Larry Love, what's going on? What's going on? I see you just got up in here. Okay, so another King Osmond, what's going on? What's going on? So real quick. All right, let's finish reading this real quick. I do want to ask somebody in the chat. Cherie, I do want to know. I know the streets are on fire. I know you can't say much, of course. I'm not asking you to say much. I'm not like that. But if you do know anything as far as, remember you were in the chat before, we were talking about the situation with Big U possibly having something to do with Nip's demise. Just if you've heard anything. I mean, if it's something that I can't repeat, of course, don't say it. But if you've heard anything, as far as in regards to that gentleman 600, is really what I want to know. Have you seen or heard anything in regards to this gentleman being anywhere near legit, or are we all pretty much on, the right course of saying this guy doesn't look like he's from the hood? That's really what I want to know from you. That's really what I want to know. So like I said, I'm not asking you to even incriminate yourself on anything or even tell them anything. Just if you know that this dude 600 is not who he said he is, that type of thing. Let's see, Eugene Henley for the okay. So of the Hyde Park neighborhood of South Los Angeles is charged in the complaint with conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. Two other alleged members of the criminal enterprise, Sylvester Robinson, 59, a.k.a. Vay, of Northridge, and Mark Martin, 50, a.k.a. Bear Claw, of the Beverly Wood area of Los Angeles, were arrested today on the same criminal complaint in which Henley is charged. Robinson and Martin are expected to make their initial appearances this afternoon in United States District Court in downtown Los Angeles. Henley is considered a fugitive. The allegations in the complaint, unsealed today, reveal a criminal enterprise that engaged in murder, extortion, human trafficking, and fraud, all led by a supposed anti-gang activist and purported music entrepreneur who was nothing more than a violent street criminal, said acting United States Attorney Joseph McNally. In eliminating gangs and organized crime. So that really does stand out right there. Eliminating gangs and organized crime is the Department of Justice top priority. Today's charge and arrest target the leadership of the criminal outfit and will make the neighborhoods of Los Angeles safer. I am grateful for the work of our prosecutors and law enforcement partners. This just sounds like that whole grid thing was literally a setup to get Big U caught. When he agreed to do this whole grid thing with veterans, this was their way of saying, you know what? Maybe we can incentivize him to do some bullshit. Maybe both beautiful. What's going on? Maybe this is our way of getting him caught up. We are literally putting cheese in the trap. And we will know when it snaps back and this rat is caught in the trap. Robinson and Martin are expected to make their initial appearances this afternoon in United States District Court in downtown Los Angeles. Henley is considered a fugitive. Aha. So someone is definitely on the run as of right now. The Big U we're talking about here. Big U is on the run so far. So the allegations in the complaint unsealed today reveal a criminal enterprise that engaged in murder, extortion, human trafficking, fraud, all led by a supposed anti-gang activist and purported music entrepreneur who was nothing more than a violent street criminal and acting United States Attorney Joseph McNally. Eliminating gangs and organized crime is the Department of Justice top priority. Today's charges and arrests target the leadership of the criminal outfit and will make the neighborhoods of Los Angeles safer. I'm grateful for the work of our prosecutors and law enforcement partners. The lead defendant and others in this case have for too long gotten away with violent acts and stealing money from taxpayers and well-intentioned donors, whether they use intimidation tactics or wield influence as rehabilitated original gangsters, said Akil Davis, the assistant director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles field office. The FBI and our partners have worked for years to bring justice in this case and will continue to rule out this kind of criminal behavior plaguing the streets of Los Angeles. In total, law enforcement in the last 24 hours arrested 10 Rolling 60s members and associates who are charged with various federal crimes, including drug trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and firearms offenses. 4 defendants already were in custody. Law enforcement is seeking the whereabouts of 5 other defendants. So they've caught half of them. They're trying to catch the other half now, including Big U. So there are 4 other people. There are 4 people that's in custody already, and then there's another 5 that are other defendants that they haven't caught just yet. So 3 of whom are expected to be in custody shortly. 2 defendants, including Henley, are considered fugitives. According to an affidavit filed with the criminal complaint filed Monday and unsealed today, from 2010 to the present, Henley's criminal group, identified in court documents as the Big U Enterprise, operated as a mafia-like organization that utilized Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s Crips and other street gangs to intimidate business and individuals in LA. Henley is widely regarded as a leader with the Rolling 60s and rose to prominence in the street gang during the 1980s, while the Big U Enterprise at times partnered with the Rolling 60s and other criminal elements for mutual benefit. The Big U Enterprise is a distinct and independent criminal enterprise engaged in criminal activity, including murder, extortion, robbery, trafficking, and exploiting sex workers, fraud, and illegal gambling. For example, in January 2021, Henley murdered a victim identified in the affidavit as R.W., an aspiring musician signed to Unique Music, Henley and Martin's music label. Shortly before R.W.'s murder, Henley and Unique Music paid for R.W. to travel to Las Vegas to record music at a Grammy award-winning music producer studio, but R.W. did not record at the agreed upon rate. Instead, recorded a defamatory song about Henley, causing Henley and Robinson to travel to Las Vegas to confront him. Henley allegedly drove R.W. to North Las Vegas, shot him in the head, and dragged the victim's body off Interstate 15 into the desert and left it in a ditch. Henley returned to Los Angeles and with Robinson and ordered studio workers to leave while his associate removed security surveillance footage from the studio. Henley alleged see, this is what I'm saying. When you doing nasty shit like that, you think somebody ain't told nobody nothing? They just went up in there, willy-nilly, like, yo, let me get the security footage. Yeah, not did he? Henley allegedly later ordered witnesses to not speak with law enforcement about R.W.'s murder. So now it sounds like you even told people about what happened. Now it sounds like people even knew what you did. You couldn't just get away with it, and you tried to clean this shit up, but you did a very messy job of cleaning it up. Not only did the enterprise expand its power through violence, fear, and intimidation, but it also used social media platforms, documentaries, podcasts, that's why No Jumper was looking around, interviews, and Henley's reputation and status as an OG, original gangster, to create fame for and stoke fear of the Big U Enterprise's members and associates. In furtherance of the enterprise, Henley allegedly submitted a fraudulent application for a COVID-19 pandemic relief loan in which he claimed that Unique Music was operating at $200,000 profit in 2019 despite operating at a $5,000 loss that year, which should have disqualified it from loan eligibility. So now you're getting caught for PPP loans, brother. Now you done got caught for the triple P loan. Ain't that something else? The enterprise also enriched itself by defrauding donors to nonprofit entities under the control of the Big U Enterprise, including Henley's charity. Developing Options, a Hyde Park-based nonprofit, Henley marketed Developing Options as giving South Los Angeles youth alternative choices to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. But the Big U Enterprise allegedly used it as a front for fraudulent purposes and to insulate its members from suspicion by law enforcement. Henley allegedly embezzled large donations that celebrities and award-winning companies made to Developing Options, which Henley immediately converted to his personal bank account. According to the complaint, Developing Options is primarily funded through the city of Los Angeles' mayor's office through the Gang Reduction Youth Development Grid, foundation portions of which receive federal funding, but also receives donations from prominent sources, including NBA players. Okay, so this is another reason why they are looking into this. Is because of the different things that he was taking the money from. So now they're looking in to see where exactly this money was even coming from, or should I say what he was doing with all this money. They know where it was coming from, but now, like the clip I played in the very beginning of the intro, right? Where he was saying that he got all these endorsements very much prior to, I'm talking about like right before Nipsey died. All of a sudden you had all these endorsements from Kanye West, this, that, and the third, and all these other people were giving you money for Nip, right? You were getting all this money for Nipsey. Then all of a sudden Nipsey dies. Where the fuck the money go? You talking about you lost everything. You didn't just lose everything. You lost the deals necessarily, but you didn't lose the money that was already paid out to you. You see what I'm saying? that's another reason why they're looking into this so deeply with Henley, is because of all of the other times that he has literally extorted people for money, said that he was going to do this, that, and the third, but he never actually did it. Just took the money and ran with it, and then pretty much used intimidation to keep it. So the RICO charges against Mr. Henley and his associates reflect a pattern of crimes that runs the gambit from extortion to tax evasion, all under the umbrella of a well-organized criminal organization led by Mr. Henley, said Special Agent in Charge Tyler Hatcher, IRS Criminal Investigation, Los Angeles Field Office. Additionally, Mr. Henley allegedly duped the county of Los Angeles by running a charitable organization that promoted anti-gang solutions while continuing criminal activity that was directly contrary to his charity. IRS CI is proud to partner with fellow law enforcement organizations to investigate these criminal organizations to protect our communities from further harm. So now, oh boy. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. So you can't just run that whole non-profit thing no more. Scar Child, what's going on? What's going on? Somehow, some way, I smell Jay-Z up in here. Well, the crazy thing is, I do too. I do too. For the simple fact that this is a Diddy-like move. You remove the people that could have something to do with you falling later. So remember when I said that it kind of feels funny that Jay took the person, the tech guy, the same tech guy that Nipsey founded. He took the same exact tech guy and hired him right when Nipsey was dying. So that was another thing that just stood out to me immediately. And then the whole NFL partnership thing with Big U and the scholarship deal, it was a lot of things that were standing out to me. So I was wondering now, okay, and then the whole Rock Nation thing with Nipsey. The song with everything, okay? What I'm getting at here is Jay could have easily had something to do with this. And even if he did, the crazy thing is, right? Here's the wild thing about this. Even if Jay has something to do with this, it looks more good in the light of him than not. Because it looks like Jay got revenge for Nipsey. And not for his own benefit. Not his own benefit, excuse me. It looks like he would get retaliation or revenge for Nip. Or justice for Nip. Even though not necessarily Nip isn't the reason why he's even being charged. The world has spoken loudly about Big U's possible and alleged involvement in Nipsey. Okay? So, even if it was Jay, people will still look at him in a more positive light if that was the case. Because of it looking like, oh, he's living up to what he said, or should I say he's living up to the song, that the intro song that I did was Jay and Nip. And that song was, of course, a posthumous song after Nip passed. Supposedly he had some vocals that was giving to him, and he was able to just rap on it, make it like he was rapping alongside each other or whatever. And it was for that soundtrack for the movie. What was the movie, matter of fact? Because that's another thing that's ironic about this, that we're mentioning Jay-Z. What was the name of that movie? Soundtrack of Jay-Z movie. What was that? That was another thing that stood out to me. The name of the movie that Nipsey has that song on is called The Harder They Fall. It's about, of course, it's about a Western. It's actually about a black Western, in a sense. It's really much a black Western. Yeah, that's the only thing I can say about that. Like I said, just the certain things you say, okay, very ironic, just very ironic. So where are we at here? So I hate when I get too far off. Okay. So, in furtherance of the enterprise, Henley allegedly submitted a fraudulent application for COVID-19 pandemic relief loan. So, Unique Music was operating at $200,000, 2019, $5,000 loss. Henley allegedly embezzled large donations. Okay, so Henley allegedly embezzled large donations that celebrity. Okay, this is the grid thing. So we're here then. The RICO charges against Mr. Henley and his associates reflect a pattern of crimes that runs the gambit from extortion to tax evasion, all under the umbrella of a well-organized criminal organization led by Mr. Henley, said Special Agent in Charge Tyler Hatcher, IRS Criminal Investigation, Los Angeles Field Office. Additionally, Mr. Henley allegedly duped the county of Los Angeles by running a charitable organization that promoted anti-gang solutions while continuing criminal activity that was directly contrary to his charity. IRS-CI is proud to partner with fellow law enforcement organizations to investigate these criminal organizations to protect our communities from further harm. From day one, the Los Angeles Police Department has been proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with the FBI in this critical investigation, said LA Police Chief Jim McDonald. Yeah, right. As much as I really want to say fuck the LAPD, bro, I have always been wanting to say that for the simple fact that they covered up literally. I can't even say allegedly. I don't have to say allegedly. It's documented that you motherfuckers covered up the Pac killing. It's documented that y'all covered up the Biggie killing. It's documented that y'all covered up the Pac and Biggie killing. Documented how much y'all had to do with that killing. How many police officers were on payroll with death row from LAPD? It's documented. I will never like you motherfuckers out there. Never. Especially how y'all handled Diddy. Acting like y'all didn't have the fucking tape from Cassie. I will never like you motherfuckers, LAPD. From decades of shit that y'all have done to the black community. Decades of shit that y'all have done. Fuck the LAPD. The invaluable expertise provided by the Operation South Bureau FBI Task Force on the Rolling 60s Criminal Street Gang has played a pivotal role in securing these charges. This is a major step forward in our ongoing fight against gang violence, and it brings hope and relief to a community that has endured far too much together. We will continue to protect and serve, working tirelessly to ensure the safety of our neighborhoods. Criminal complaints and indictments contain allegations. All defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. If convicted, Henley would face a statutory maximum sentence of life in federal prison. Read that again. If convicted, he faces a statutory maximum sentence of life in federal prison. If convicted, Robinson and Martin would face statutory maximum sentence of 20 years. So we're looking at life versus 20 years. If I am loose cannon, you are looking at that 20 years and saying, hey, this one is getting life regardless. So loose lips. You might want to go by what you have already been doing, sir, and just talking. At least this time it will be of actual benefit, you know? The FBI's Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs, IRS Criminal Investigation, the United States Department of Justice Office of Inspector General, the Los Angeles Police Department, and the North Las Vegas Police Department are investigating this matter. So you already know what happens when not one, but two states get together and try to get something done. Usually the motherfucker go down. He said his name was in the paperwork. Was in Sue's paperwork. That was telling in itself. That was very telling in itself of how much Big U is definitely some type of informant. Well, not even gonna say informant. Not say informant. Big U is, in regards to the whole Sue Surf thing. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, it was said in more the light of Big U had something to do with assistance. Not necessarily that he was a witness to something, more or less that he had an assistance with. And from there, I say, okay, so it's not just Los Angeles that you have dipped your toes in water in. It is other places that you have done things. Let me look up the I still have that pulled up too. I just want to refresh my memory with something.
Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.
Yo, welcome and thanks for joining. Once again, it's your boy FACE, feet on the ground, ears to the street, coming at you with another groundbreaking exclusive. And tap in with one of the rawest West Coast, all of the nonsense. And salute, man, Hassan Campbell, because he definitely broke the internet with that secret recorded conversation of Whack 100, and it's been a domino effect ever since. Okay, so we got Big U niece, who was in basically the whole story about this secret videotape with Nipsey Hussle. But let me tell you how that led to some new information that done broke this whole story, man. Now, there's a program in LA called Grid. And if y'all remember when Nipsey Hussle was first gunned down and assassinated, there was reports the first 2 days that he had a meeting with the chief of police out there in the 77th precinct. Now, Nipsey was smart. Nipsey was ahead of his time. He was on to something with that, because we all know the situation with Big U, the extortion game, the things that happened to Nipsey Hussle father and Black Sam in regards to that confrontation. But behind the scenes, Big U was trying to get his little web of deceit and destruction and expand it and include the police department. Now, he opened up a nonprofit organization called Developing Options. And he was a contractor and is a contractor for the Los Angeles Police Department, 77th precinct. They gave him phones, they gave him a contract, and they paid him $550,000 to keep tabs on everything that's going on in that area and to inform the police about what's going on in that area. Also, they provided him with a cell phone where they could contact him and he could respond to things that happened in that Grid district. He could respond in real time. Now, this ain't hearsay. I got the audio. I'm about to run this audio as soon as I get done giving you this intro. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, man. We almost have 5,000 subscribers. I mean, we got reach right now on the internet, and we need to get stronger, man. We need y'all help. Hit that like button, share this video so this video get out there, and interact in the comments. Let us know how you feel about this information, and really tap in and leave a comment after you hear this audio, because this is going to blow your mind. Salute Hassan Campbell, because he definitely broke the internet with this. And everything is being exposed now. So with this program that Big U had, he was basically on Nipsey Hussle. Like, you talking about even worse than an ex-girlfriend who's stalking you, who trying to destroy everything you do and feel like you owe them something. You ever had that type of relationship where it just didn't work out? Y'all don't see eye to eye, and now you got somebody who know all your business, who know where you be at, and just trying to make your life a living hell? Man, that's what was going on with Nip, bruh. That's why his last tweet was, having strong enemies is a blessing. Who is a strong enemy other than this nigga and the police and they on your butt, bruh. They on your bumper. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened with Nipsey Hussle. And guess what? What was the agenda for the LA Police Department? They've been doing this since the 80s. Getting the gangs to go against each other and getting internal gang problems and drama, or compromise somebody in that gang to work on behalf of the agency. They've been doing that. That's what the COINTELPRO is. So why would they want Nipsey Hussle out the way? We already know they wanted that property. They wanted that prime property. They wanted that area. That was a hub right there, and it is a hub. And it's also a part of that new metro line they want to build. Man, they got to control that property. And Nipsey Hussle he basically got into real estate and he got that property, and they didn't like that. They didn't like how he done that. And then Big U didn't like it either. Cause Nipsey had Crenshaw. He owned a piece of Crenshaw, and Big U felt like he was Crenshaw. Listen to the Drink Champs interview. Listen to the Breakfast Club interview. Listen to all them Big U interviews. You gonna hear it. You can hear the hate. You can hear the jealousy, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and run this clip. This is part 1. We breaking the internet with this, man. It ain't no turning back after this, man. You know what I'm saying? We done brought the Bay to the world, traveled the world, and brought it back to the Bay. Once again, it's your boy, FACE. Feet on the ground, ears to the street. Coming at you with another ground breaking exclusive.
When she said, fuck your nigga, and this nigga wasn't paying me none of this money. He working with the police direct. This nigga, the police, what else he telling them and all this crazy shit. Here's Keita, since we talk about it, let's talk about it.
Easy Miyake, straight out of Clubhouse YouTube.
But check this out. GRYD. It stands for Gang Reduction and Youth Development. I'm about to show you some documents, and I'm about to show you contracts. I'm about to show you these contracts is dealing with Big U. His real name is Eugene Henley. They're dealing with developing options. And you're about to see what's going on. You're about to see why Big U is arrogant. Why he keep his chest pumped up. Him and Wack. And Wack know everything I'm about to say, everything I'm about to show you. Wack know. He know. See, he backed up by every major city official in LA. Yes. Check this out. And Hassan Campbell, he did the right thing by recording. He did the right thing, because if he wouldn't have recorded him and he just put it out there, guess what? Guess what would have happened? He would have denied all of that. And he would have got into an argument and kept going and going and going. But he got set out there. So ain't no argument. You said what you said. Now the world hear it. And now the world finna see this. Check this out. This document right here. City of Los Angeles. You see what it say? Gang reduction. See what it say? And y'all can go, blow it up, go back and read it or whatever. It say City of Los Angeles. It comes from the Grid book. And these is documents from Big U's contract with his organization, Developing Options. It's the Gang Reduction and Youth Development contract. He's the contractor. The contractor, Developing Options. This is what it says. The title, Gang Reduction and Youth Development. Said agreement is number C-126-488. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
That like, comment, subscribe.
You see, this is just, I didn't put everything in there. There's like 200-300 pages. These are some of the, table of contents and everything. You got the contract summary sheet that was dated October 15th, 2015. The contract number is on there again, C-126-488. I know y'all like, where are they going with this? You see the total amount, $555,000 for Developing Options, the contractor. Big U is the CEO of Developing Options. Developing Options contractor will provide gang intervention services in the 77th grid zone. That's the 77th precinct, LAPD, the police department. Okay. Here's something else that I want you to see. Chapter 2, Incident Response. It says Section 1, CIW, Incidents Response Protocol. CIW is Contracted Intervention Worker. It states contractor, I already told you who that is, should provide 24-hour, 7-day-a-week incident response coverage for their contracted grid zone or secondary area zone. Okay.
Jeezy Miyake.
Contractor shall assign on-call CIWs on a monthly schedule and outline their assignments in the community engagement plan. CIWs shall have agency-assigned cell phones to ensure prompt response to incidents.
Yeah, this nigga basically the police, nigga.
Check this out.
So what we hearing is a lot of rat literature.
What we hearing is a lot of rat literature. All right, just to put more emphasis on it, let's play the other clip of the grid contract that emphasizes things a little bit more.
Long time coming, but check this out. Have y'all heard of GRYD? GRYD. It stands for Gang Reduction and Youth Development. I'm about to show you some documents, and I'm about to show you contracts, and I'm about to show you these contracts is dealing with Big U. His real
More detailed video explaining GRYD.
name is Eugene Henley. They're dealing with Developing Options. And you're about to see what's going on. You're about to see why Big U is arrogant. Why he keep his chest pumped up. Him and Wack. And Wack know everything I'm about to say, everything I'm about to show you. Wack know. He know. See, he backed up by every major city official in LA. Yes. Put it out there. Argument right here. They say the GRYD book, and these is documents from Big U's contract with his organization, Developing Options. It's the Gang Reduction and Youth Development contract. He is number C-126488. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And then you see, this is just, I didn't put everything in there. There's like 200-300 pages. These are some of the, table of content team. The contract number is on there again, C-126 contractor. Big U is the CEO of Developing Options. Developing Options contractor will provide gang intervention service. Okay. Here's something else that I want you to see. Chapter 2, Incident Response. It says Section 1, CIW, Incidents Response per hour. 9, on-call CIWs on a monthly schedule and outline their assignments in the Community Engagement Plan. CIWs shall have agency assigned.
I wish it didn't cut off there, but you guys get the picture. You guys get the picture of that one. Okay, so again, like we spoke about before, this whole GRYD thing was pretty much going to bite him in the ass later on, especially when you pretty much just gave this kid, you gave him enough power to fuck himself over. That's literally what that was. The GRYD thing was, of course, to keep an organization of crime, being that they thought he had, influence. They thought he had some type of power and influence in order to keep things in order But in all reality, he was never trying to keep things in order as much as he was just trying to flex the power that he had. And that's really what they're getting at here. Instead of him trying to make things better in the neighborhood, he pretty much just started to become the big mafia boss of the neighborhood, and it shouldn't have been that way to begin with. They wasn't giving him that power to make him the next Al Pacino or Scarface of L.A. They were giving him the power to clean it up, and he did the exact opposite with all of that. So, with that being said, I was trying to find the other clip here that I have here. Hold on. Is this the other clip that I had about Loose?
Check this out. Subscribe to Clubhouse TV on YouTube. Let's go.
I think it's this one.
It don't matter if we grew up together or whatever. It's about my clique.
And you
nigga.
gotta.
That's it.
Cool, boy, let me tell you exactly how it went down. If we all cool, it hit me out of heat dropping like damn.
I think it's further down the line. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Hold on. I know I have. Is this one where he's saying he runs the West? Yeah, this is the one where Loose Cannon was saying that Big U runs the whole West.
What's up, cuz? Neighborhood Loose Cannon, aka Rapid Fire. You know what it is. We about to get straight to it. So it's like whack. It's like you do all this internet thugging shit and acting like you just so turned up, putting it on Paru this, Paru that. Nigga, nobody seen you do nothing. Nigga, you beat up a nigga that was don't feed a nigga in Miami. What's that bitch ass nigga named Stitches? Like, bro, you did some buster ass shit and then you acting like you got clout. Then you paid two niggas to act like they KKK, but nigga, they was construction workers and you paid them $150. All that clout chasing shit don't equal up to real nigga shit, bro. We on real nigga time. Like, you have to really start watching your mouth because niggas don't play that. Niggas play for keeps. Like, you talking about let's get down. Nigga, you bitch ass nigga, you don't want to get down with the loc, nigga. And you could put that on Paru, nigga. I bet you, nigga, on any dollar, nigga. You don't want to get down, nigga, with the loc, nigga. Know you staring death in his eyes, nigga. That's why you want to run with some coward shit. Oh, let me call Big U. Let me do this. Bitch ass nigga, he don't fuck with you. Nigga, you's a bitch. He don't fuck with rats. He don't fuck with rat lovers. He don't fuck with niggas that doing police shit. Talking about you got the key to his front door. If you do, bitch ass nigga, pull up. Neighborhood Crip, we don't play that. Nigga, he don't do internet shit. But I'm out here. 6-0. So nigga, all that bullshit that you doing, bro, we gonna have to cut that out. You could call cuz and tell him, since you got the key to his front door and you talking about where niggas buffing at, and meet me over there, you bitch ass nigga. Cuz don't bend, he don't break, he don't fold. He don't do none of that. And I'm telling you. And he will be tagged in this video with your buster ass too. So if you want to get the animosity out the way and let the world know and clear up some shit like that, you better go on checking in. Nigga, that World Star show. Bitch ass nigga. Neighborhood, we out.
Bitch, I'm a problem. Big guns, ARs, big drums, long.
Very telling, putting his head in a barbecue. Talking about some Loose Cannon cookout. You think Wack forgets about these type of pictures? You think he really forgot about this type of picture right here? Just being real, you think he really forgot about that picture there? I very much doubt it. Very much doubt it. And furthermore, I'm trying to find the clip of, I don't know. trying to think. Why did my computer erase? I hate my computer erases things automatically without me doing it, because I am trying to find the loose cannon interview that I played up here. Yeah, I'm trying to find the interview where Loose literally spoke about the call he got, and it appears to be that might have been taken down from the internet. Yeah, it appears to be that that's been taken down from the internet. So I'm going to play this clip. I mean, you guys, like I said, have seen me play the clip before, so it's not going to matter me playing someone else catching the clip, because, like I said, it looks like they've taken that down. It literally looks like they've taken that down. Let me play this first one here of Loose Cannon breaking down why they ran in his crib real quick.
All I know is that a 6-0 divided cannot stand. It is our responsibility to bring the neighborhoods together.
I like it.
Right?
No. At No Jumper, no, there's not. That's not our goal.
That's not our goal. Okay.
It's to stay the fuck away out of that business. You talk about the neighborhood?
Yeah, you two.
No, because
you
forced the relationship. Nah, you didn't. Me and 4Extra did our own thing. But this is not bringing all the neighborhoods together. We went through some shit.
No, we did.
And the shit, you know what I mean? It's like, it'd be kind of like, I don't like him, but like to, you know what I mean? Just keep shutting him out.
Brick probably know, like, damn, Loose Cannon's a real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I give you that.
Ron G, what's going on? I can't necessarily say that. We have a West Coast person in the chat right now. I can't necessarily say that. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, because I love the West Coast. I'm in the Midwest right now. I'm in St. Louis. I love the West Coast. I absolutely love the West Coast. Because someone is from somewhere else and we don't understand them, we can't call them characters. We can't call them characters at all. It's just that we don't understand their culture. We don't understand their culture. I, for one, love the West Coast culture.
That. It's a couple things that I don't agree with. It's all right.
Okay,
and I'm from New York.
Let's get to it, Brick.
Yeah.
Let's get it out the way.
Right, so this is what it is. Okay. Yeah. I know that you've been around. I know that you grew up around the area and all that.
Mm-hmm.
What made you not get your put on back in the day?
Wait, hold up. Listen, you keep saying that, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to get this straight. When we on live, and you know this, and you could really relate to this, homies don't like their names on the internet. So at the end of the day, it's like this. If I don't have their blessings to say it and speak on certain things on the internet, you just don't do it.
Yeah, Zaire agrees.
Hey, listen.
No, but that's just being real.
I hear you.
You really have to understand that.
But then,
homies don't want to be on the internet.
I want to go to on it. Well, go ahead. Let's finish that one first.
No, but just like how you say.
Now, what's crazy right there is pretty much Brick Baby was addressing the fact that Loose Cannon has never said who actually put him on in the hood. So it appears to me that Brick Baby he's not saying that he hasn't said it publicly. He's saying that he doesn't know at all who put Loose Cannon on.
Oh, don't be. I don't want to be a part of this. Yeah. Oh, I don't want you to mention that. Or I'm going to the hood and showing and niggas looking at you weird. because I'm putting up a camera to their face.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
just
do
how.
that shit. Yeah, my people don't got.
Yeah, nobody want to
Instagrams.
do that because at the end of the day, it's like you've been around,
So
you know what's going on. So there's no point to prove it to the internet when you could go straight to the block.
So you ain't got. You basically like you're saying.
All right, so off camera, I want to know who put you on.
Okay,
So, cool.
yeah.
So and then we want to go on to the Hall of Records.
Let me definitely emphasize that though, Wooda Man. Bay Area definitely don't do no internet shit like that. Shout out to Larry June of the Bay Area. Shout out to all the Bay Area artists. The E40. You want to talk about prime example of someone that don't do internet shit like that? E40. Rest in peace to Mac Dre. The Bay Area does not do the internet shit. If you want to say LA, if you want to say LA, gang members have made, to say it like that. Say LA gang members have made a mockery of the culture. You can definitely say that part. But not the entire West Coast. Not the entire West Coast. Because there are people in Calabasas that don't give two fucks about any of this. There are people living in Calabasas and living their luxurious lives that do not give a goddamn about a brick baby or loose cannon. Or care to even be on a YouTube. So I can't ever say it's just the West Coast.
Records on Imperial and go get the birth certificate with you. I ain't going for the 32.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I ain't going for the 32.
You do look like a sort of weathered 32.
No, listen. I know, but you have to understand this, right? When you have 2 subways, when you have 63 Airbnbs, Brick can contest to this, right?
Sure.
When you have 2 nail shops,
it's a lot of stress.
No,
I know about like 10
business.
of them.
Listen, you have to understand this. Like business, my motto is like I sleep when I die. So I get 24 hours a day. I have to outwork everybody that's around me.
But you don't do any drugs. You've never
No.
You don't drink at all?
Somebody would die if I take a couple of shots. You know what I'm
But
saying?
your cousin said that you was her big cousin.
No, you talking about
You ain't gotta say it.
Yeah, I know who you talking about, but no, that's not it. That's not true.
I'm telling you. She said that's my big cousin, so I'm calling you.
No, but you have to understand
and
this.
that's my dog.
No,
so
but you have to
know what I
understand
mean?
this. When you have money, a 2-year-old would be a big bro to a nigga that's 35.
A 2-year-old. That's a very funny concept.
What's up, big bro?
Hey, big bro.
No, it's true in the hood.
Yeah,
Whoever got the bag is big bro.
But your cousin don't give a
No,
the little prince.
She stayed with me. You get what I'm saying? She stayed with me.
Gonna say it. I mean,
Yeah,
but
no, but-
I just don't. I ain't going for that one.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Brother, we gonna go. We gonna go get it.
He could be like, it's like a New
If
York
y'all got
32.
something else y'all want to go to, I got some more later on, but I don't want to take over it.
No, I like hearing your list of
Yeah.
transgressions that he needs to answer for. This is good stuff. We gotta get
answer
that out the way.
This is the most brick baby's been prepared and no trouble.
Yeah, you got a whole. He been talking to Rosenberg.
I'm just a little. The thing that was so confusing to me because I was just talking to both of y'all like 2 nights before, and then it was like y'all were moving completely in accordance. You and Whack, you feel me? And then all of a sudden, boom.
Okay, so strange things tend to bring out people's motives and how they really care about you. You get what I'm saying? Like when Break was down and out, Adam came through with some bail money, right?
Right.
So when I'm down and out, instead of you listening to me and hearing and trying to get in contact with whoever that's around me to figure out the situation, you go and make me content. That's something that.
Gotta pause it just because I didn't know this, and I do have to play someone else's clip because I can't find it, and I don't want to go through the YouTube of playing my own clip of me playing the same shit right now. But look at this right here. See, I didn't know this. You see what this says right here? Adam 22 on taking down Loose Cannon's interview after Big U sent the cease and desist. I think she is compromised. I think she is at this point. But Adam actually took that in an interview. The interview where he was saying that Big U was on the phone with Nipsey prior to him getting killed. He had to take that interview down. Something told me to get that clip beforehand. Something told me, and I'm glad I have it documented that I did pod on it, though. I am glad. Matter of fact, let me just pull up. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I'm going to see if I can pull it up on my own channel. Fuck that. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Yep. Really? All right, fine. I'll look through my own shit. Fine. This is why I said I didn't want to waste the time of looking through it. I'm trying to find it because I know which one it is. Jesus, it was a while ago, wasn't it? All right, fine. It was a while ago. It was a while ago. And it was definitely before the beef. Jesus, this is how long ago I spoke about this. No, because I was in New York when this was out. So hold on. There it is. I believe it's this one.
Jermaine struggled
I believe it's this one.
for years with dental issues before
Let this ad go by, of course. Here we go. There we go. So this got taken down.
So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout.
Now, see, this is, if you guys don't remember, this was something I was analyzing. Big Sam say, Nipsey's brother. Nipsey's brother pretty much pointed out, yo, the dude that shot Nip was nervous as hell, and you can tell he was sent there on a dummy mission by somebody. Somebody paid him to do this, and the way he did it was very nervous. And him going to check out the scene first and then coming back let Sam know that somebody had something to do with Nipsey's killing. Someone paid this guy, Eric, to shoot Nipsey.
And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that because it just don't make no sense. It's not random, you know. I know Hussle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hussle.
And immediately when he said all this, I couldn't help but think back to when Loose Cannon was going off about Big U. Trying to see if I have the right one here. This one here should be the one where he has the actual, should I say, trying to find the one where he I think it's this one here.
He provides tools and he say, yo, I'm gonna let you work here and we gonna.
Yeah, see, even this part got taken out too. So let's not forget, in this same interview, Luce was talking about Big U having guns with the numbers scratched off also. That was another thing that was pointed out in this particular. Loose Cannon let out a lot of shit about Big U in this interview. That's why there was a cease and desist brought on. He let out a lot of shit about Big U in this one.
There's this clip here is where Cannon talks about Big U being the last person to talk to Nip.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you.
Later, he called me. He was like,
And how all of a sudden these shits just deleted themselves out of my computer? I need to find that out.
"Oh, nephew, where you at?" And I'm like, "Nigga, where my money at?" And he was like, "Oh, I needed it for bills. I needed."
Trying to find
See, what's up? He was like, "Oh, what's up with it?"
Here it is.
Back, right? And I'm on a phone. He FaceTime me. So he FaceTime me and stuff like that. He was like, "Nipsey just got killed." I'm like, 6-0. I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey, and I'm like, "Nipsey, what's up?" He was like, "Oh, what's up with it?"
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone, and I was like, "I love you, cuz," or whatever like that.
Did you tell him to call you?
So here's another thing that's why I had to go back to this. What's up, Tamiko Show? What it do? What it do? I had to go back to this interview because
Funny, she's in here now too. That's crazy.
it immediately let me know that the only reason Nip walked outside was because he was on the phone with Big U. He was on the phone with Big U, and Big U got him to go outside. Big U was the only person to even know that he was standing in front of the store, how long he'd be there, and for what. Which would give enough time for the assassin to run up on Nipsey. Now, noticing that, okay, that Big U was the main person, or should I say the last person to talk to Nipsey, I immediately started thinking to myself, okay,
so that was that's basically what I wanted to play was the clip of, like I said, when he got the call. Oh, you couldn't hear me, or you couldn't hear the clip? I mean, if you couldn't hear me on the clip, that's a good thing. But if you can't hear me here, that's different. But no, yeah, that clip, yeah, exactly. Sam said it without saying it. You said it just right, Miss Moonpie. He said it without saying it. Somebody paid this Eric dude to shoot Nip. Somebody paid him. Yes, exactly. They helped him in the death of Nipsey Hussle. This is why I keep saying fuck LAPD. This is why I say fuck LAPD. Because of the amount of shit that they have been known to cover up and help cover up and assist with. That is the shit that grinds my gears with them. It still burns me up to know that they are allowed to do that. And get away with it so easily. Oh, it was me earlier? Okay. I apologize. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I had to think about the clip with just like I said, I had to think about the clip with Nipsey being spoke about through Loose Cannon, and that Big U was the last one to speak to him. And how it even sounded like Sam, like I said, from Sam even saying that, yo, somebody came and checked the scene out before they even, did what they did. That Eric dude came and checked the scene before he came and shot Nip. Somebody knew something. Somebody knew where Nip was. Somebody this, that, and the third. Somebody knew exactly what Nip was doing in the next 5 minutes, is what I'm saying. Somebody knew Nip was going to be walking out that fucking store in 5 minutes. We're in a shoe. Okay, see, again, who else would have that type of funds? Who else would have that available money to just say, hey, psh, shush, real quick? Who else would have that besides Big U? Who else had the on-hand hush money for that? You see what I mean? So even if he goes down for Rayshawn's killing, rest in peace, I truly hope that they somehow look into this situation also. That's just my hops. I sincerely hope they look into the Nipsey Hussle situation. That's an important situation we can't just breeze past. Especially since someone that was signed to your so that's why when I saw that particular thing of someone that was signed to Unique Music, I said, oh, wait. Who are they talking about here? But this also opens up the pipeline of, all right, well, you signed this person for the benefit, or I should say you murdered this person for their benefits of the recoupment after their death. What about this other artist and this other oh wait, there's a Nipsey Hussle here. I am hoping they go down that pipeline, but with the LAPD involved, I don't see that happening, unfortunately. Let's just be very, very clear. With regards to the LAPD, I doubt they are going to go that far as implementing Big U in the murder of Nipsey Hussle, because then they stand a chance of having to remove Big U because he could easily say something. And I think that's another reason why Big U is on the run right now. It's not just the Rayshawn murder. I don't think it's just the Rayshawn murder that Big U's worried about. Because those rumors of him setting up Nipsey is coming right back all over again. It ain't the Rayshawn murder he's worried about. Everything is coming right back full circle with this indictment of, wait a minute, he did what? He was taking for whom? For what? Doing what with it? All of those questions now have come back into the light of what Big U was doing with this money. The other thing that's going to come into play is what happened the day of y'all having that altercation. What happened the day that you and Nip fought? Why was Khaled not allowed in the hood that day? All of those questions are going to now come back up. The questions of what was his real involvement with Grid. Who else might have been involved besides Big U? All of these things come to light now amid this indictment. But we are still fresh on day one of this. I didn't think I was gonna take 2 hours to talk about just a particular thing. But like I said in the beginning of this, I felt obligated. I felt very obligated to talk about this. Very obligated. So, like I said, we are still in day one of things. And like I said, the streets, let's say the street earlier, I know the streets are on fire in LA right now. I know. They have to be. And with this news, there are people looking for people right now. Like, yo, is he locked up? Is he locked up too? Did they come get him? They come get him. I already know. They are trying to figure it out there right now. They trying to figure it the fuck out. But like I said, if there's anything, matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it too, my apologies, Cherie, for even saying that you said something or even asking you to say something about 600. My apologies for that. Because that can kind of come off as weirdo shit too. That can kind of come off as weirdo shit to me asking you to ask about that. Or should I say ask you to talk about that. But let's see what's going on with let's see what's gonna happen, I should say, with this situation moving forward. Like I said, everybody's talking about the indictment today, but let's see what happens over the next week or so, because with all the people that have been arrested, one of you niggas is going to talk. One of you niggas is going to say something. So let's see who actually snitches and who does not. Because that's when we're going to be able to revisit this and figure out what is actually going on here. But somebody's going to say something. Somebody's going to talk about something. All right.